What up, people? Got some more of that Space Marines. So I just died. I was sad, but I wanted my vengeance, so we're gonna get back in there. We're back with episode 12 of the Space Marines. You know, that game that, started this channel. We're gonna see if we can power through some more of it. I've mentioned before that I have it all completely finished. The game is beaten in the real world. I just haven't gotten through the editing and commentation, I guess would be the appropriate word there. Not sure, let me know. Got those comments, you can use them, you love them. You want more of them? Well, I want more of them, because I want to know what you guys think. The Melt-A-Gun is essentially, if shotguns were people and they wanted to pray to something, they would pray to the Melt-A-Gun. It's even this broken in the PvP. Speaking of PvP, it's the night of the 10th. I don't know why I can't speak tonight. That seems to be a recurring problem I have. Night of the 10th, they just confirmed the release date for a DLC update for Space Marines, multiplayer co-op. It's essentially a horde, or what, I don't know why it was forgotten, but the thing that started this was not Gears of War 3, it was Halo ODST. They had firefight mode. It was the first game that was popular, at least, that I knew about that had this mode. I don't know why everyone wants to call it horde mode, because it's firefight mode. If you guys know something that happened before ODST that had that mode, let me know. Correct me. I am always down to learn informations. A little preemptive nade fail there, because there's nobody over there. Yeah. Let's see. It's 4-player for that mode. I don't know what they actually named it, but the release date they said was October 25th. That happens to coincide with the release date for Battlefield 3, so I don't think it'll get any play. People will probably update it, unless there are Space Marine fans out there that don't care about Battlefield 3. But I probably won't play it. I may check it out with a friend and mention it, but who knows? It probably won't get used, at least in my world. This is where I died last time, so now I'm just kind of trying to do work on these guys and destroy them. Popped my super awesome Space Marine mode there, and they're pretty much dead. If you get mobbed by these guys in the game, it can be quite a problem, so keep your eye out for that. Especially once they go red angry mode. It's not fun. You end up losing life fairly quickly, as you saw the last video where I died, and here where I got pretty low and had to pop super awesome space mode. Space Ultramarine, Space Marine mode. Yeah, I don't have a great name for that, but you know what I mean. You saw it. See if we can find some stuff in this video to make fun of. As I mentioned in the last video, the game takes itself almost too serious at times, which in some instances is okay, but I'm not, a huge fan of the canon for Warhammer, so I don't know too much about it. But I was playing this game because it looked fun, and I figured it would be a good start to the channel. There goes that water there. Some of that delicious hydrogen dioxide. With this one, I kind of smelt trap, so that's why I was sniping it out some, as I hit everywhere but the actual guy. So it's not fun, so I just decide to pull a Rambo and go in. Doesn't really work out all that well, but it does work some. I believe I catch a death here in the next 30 seconds or so, but we'll see as it unfolds. I played this the 19th of September. I can actually look at the recording because it's time formatted out by year, month, and day, and then actual hour. So makes it interesting. kind of laming it out against this orc here. Ooh, wow. Yeah, get him. Oh, okay, yeah, I know where I die. Never mind. That's gruesome. I hadn't seen that one before. But yeah, the game takes itself far too serious for my taste. I like a game that can make fun of itself, kind of poke at the fourth wall a little bit. Makes it more interesting. I don't see this as the game where you get lost in the story. Maybe it's just me. Let me know in the comments if you guys played through the game, if you got lost in the story and were stuck on the edge of your couch or chair or what have you, with waiting to see what happened to Titus Lidonus. I don't remember his name. Sidonus and one of the other guy. I forgot his name. Starts with an L. I want to say Leonidas, but I know that's not it. It's definitely not the name. He kind of acts like, well, he doesn't act like Leonidas, so that wouldn't even be an accurate representation. The guy who's not Leonidas, but also starts with an L. Leandros, that's his name. I knew if I, kept talking long enough, it would come to me. Leandros is the younger guy who I think is going to have come to terms with the real world. He seems like he's the rookie of the group. Always quoting the code and all that. Codex Astartes. It's kind of weird because we have the orcs with the Australian accents, and then we have the Federation, or I guess the Space Marines Corps. That's how unfamiliar I am with the canon. That they kind of speak Latin almost, or they try and speak Latin. So we have Australians versus people who speak Latin. And it's a weird mashup. Well, thanks. I didn't know that greenskins were coming down. Thought we were fighting Australians. Cleanse and purge. A little bit of marksman mode there. I don't know if I've shown it to you guys before, but this is marksman mode. It's essentially bullet time when you pop your ultra awesome mode and then do aim down sight, essentially. Slows down time, makes it kind of bullet time. Whoever that guy was angry. Now, if you notice what's going on here, I hadn't seen this area before, and I noticed the enemies are kind of making a run up this path, so I try and cut them off and shoot them. I don't end up getting it. Major spoilers to what's happening right now. But I'm trying desperately to kill this guy. Because, I don't know, I guess I thought he would run away and I would miss out on killing something. I don't know. There have been triggered events like that before in previous games where if you were able to complete it in time, you got trophies or stuff like that. So I guess I'd guessed what that would have been. I'm doing some jogging about in my Space Marine outfit looking for stuff. But we'll see where they went by the end of this video. I do find this audio log over here. Another one of the Inquisitor Drogon audio logs. There are quite a few audio logs. I have not actually gone and listened to them all. I probably should. It would give me some more information on the backstory. But I have not had time to actually sit down and do that. As I've mentioned before, I did finish up X-Men Destiny. So, and I did enjoy the ending of that game a lot more than the actual beginning of it. Which I guess kind of makes sense because you're not invested in your character. But I started out as a projectile power. Boom. Walked right into that one. Success measured in blood, yours or your enemies. That's pretty grim. I don't know if I could work off that. And then just kind of gets the idea of some guy running around with a measuring cup. Like, who spilled more blood? Not a pretty thing. But I can just vision that. Some guy in a Space Marine outfit measuring blood on the ground. With a moderate level of success. Only so much blood was spilled. We'd have liked to seen more blood, and that would have rendered more success, but, you know. Yeah. We'll see. We shall see how things ended up. With X-Men Destiny, I did enjoy it. I finished it up. The ending was quite good. They got a little lame with the story at the end, but I'll let you guys check that out as I post it. It's kind of not fair that I'm talking about things that I don't have for you guys to watch yet. But it'll get up there as soon as I comment on it. And just to make it fair, I'll talk about the ending of Space Marines while I'm doing X-Men Destiny. Playing with my cat while I'm talking to you guys because he's a jerk. And there's nothing really going on. I'm being lame, snipping it, blowing stuff up. I'm a fan of explosions. I'm trying to make this guy mad so he'll come down here. Or so he'll just die. Notice I'm getting shot at, but I don't care because I want to see if I can kill that guy. But that doesn't work, and this big orc chop was coming at me. And I think I actually end up vaporizing him right there. And I was kind of taken back when that happened. I was like, I didn't realize you could actually vaporize the giant enemies with that. And I think I'd try and do it again. Because I had a buddy over when I was playing this, and we were debating whether that had actually just happened or not. So I try and go for it again, just to confirm it. I don't get it. Yeah, and he's vaporized. And that will actually happen to you in multiplayer. Somebody gets up close to you with a melter and it's fully charged, they will vaporize you. It's not a pretty thing. The gun is kind of broken in that way. Maybe with this DLC, they will balance the multiplayer a little more, but time will tell. I've gone back, they did do some updates since my initial review to the multiplayer, so it's not obscenely hard to find a multiplayer game. I don't know if they've done any balancing, but the matchmaking definitely works better. And it's still single player per machine for the multiplayer. Yeah. There's no split screen multiplayer. I will put it that way. That's a lot more concise and to the point. Which would be something that's nice. But a lot of games have seemed to have strayed away from that, so it's a little disappointing in that regard. We'll see if that's a trend that continues or not. I kind of hope it doesn't, because I liked, with Black Ops or some of the other games that none of them come to mind at the moment, where you could do split-screen multiplayer. Spec Ops will be in Modern Warfare 2. Spec Ops was an option there, so you had the split screen. So the technology was there, they just didn't really implement it. I am kind of looking forward to what they do with the Spec Ops in Modern Warfare 3. I'll probably do some features on that. We'll see. Depends if it's interesting or not. I don't want to spend too much time on that game because it's out at the beginning of a month in which there's a lot of stuff. That's out in a little less than 4 weeks. The Battlefield is in 3 weeks on the 25th. And then the week after that, November 4th, if I remember correctly, is Modern Warfare. So that will be a busy time. Coming towards the end of this one, got about a minute left. Next series I start will be Battlefield 3, the single player. Multiplayer for that one, as I previously discussed, probably will not get any gameplays for it. It's just not... The timeline for it is not YouTube length, because you're looking at anywhere between 20 to 30 minutes for a game average. The average attention span of a YouTube person, I'm not trying to rag on anybody, but isn't statistically that long. So it doesn't really work out. There'd probably have to be a lot of fast modes, and I'd probably end up playing differently than would be advantageous. So it wouldn't make that great of a gameplay. But this video is coming to an end. I want to thank you guys for joining me as we are wrapping up the Whisper of the Dead here. My name is Shreds. You guys are the audience. Enjoy it. Check out the next episode. Laters.